They are there changing the constitution, manipulating and mutilating the constitution to meet their personal ego, and you are there busy drinking your beer and saying it is their country. Nothing will change. My dear brothers, the earlier we decide to get into the political scene and actively participate in political decision and hold our members of parliament accountable and look at our members of parliament to their faces and tell them that history will judge you if you vote for that bill, irrespective of their political party, the earlier we start looking at them and telling them to their face that history will judge you, that you don't represent the interest of us, you represent your stomach and your pocket, the better. Because how do you explain the fact that you are talking about the creation, the creation of the post of the vice president, whereas we recently had an election which was a presidential election. If you wanted this position of the vice president to be in place, it was simply by no matter amended the constitution and make it a joint ticket that the people who are going to vote, they vote a joint ticket, which means that the vice president is not appointed. If the vice president is elected, it gives the vice president the power to shout at a DO or at a governor appointed or shout at any other person appointed, because the vice president has the powers. Stream it down, break the constitution to a certain level that the vice president is in charge of some level of ministries, or they appoint a certain level of people who are accountable to him, and he can fire them at any point in time. But because you know that this system is not going to favor you, you decide that no, you are going to appoint a vice president just because you want to make the world see that there is a semblance of democracy. That is anarchy constitutionally, and it is politically suicide. Because what difference does it make with the prime minister currently right now? The vice president that you people are proposing will be appointed by the president and can be dismissed by the president at any point in time when he deemed necessary to appoint him. A recent example recently occurred at the Port Autonome. The Port Autonome, where the director of the Port Autonome was saying something else, and the prime minister was saying something else, and the prime minister and the minister of transport was saying something else. When it came to who should control the scanning terminal at the port, who should control, there was a problem. That brings back we are in the same cycle. It's like changing the name of it's rebranding. They are rebranding. It's like rebranding prostitution to what we call hookups. No, it's not prostitution. It's hookup. It's hookup. No, it's not. You hear them will tell you, no, it's not homosexuality. It's gay. It's gay. You understand? It's rebranding. We're having a constitutional rebrand, masquerade as a constitutional changes or constitutional reform to what the common man doesn't have any interest on or doesn't benefit the interest of the common man in any way whatsoever. If you must have a vice president, that vice president must go into a joint ticket with the president. That is what our members of parliament, if they are if they really have the interest of Cameroonians, that should be parading. You see that they are all seated there with their sachets. Oh, thanking the head of state, who vote as the head of state, please. It is Cameroon we are talking about. It's not a particular political party. If we must make this nation better, we must fix it to meet our aspiration and the aspiration of our children. These are people who are not thinking about the next generation. Because if they are really thinking about the next generation, though, any right-thinking member of parliament will not even rush to vote this bill. Any right-thinking member of parliament will not even rush to vote this bill. Because they will first of all consider. We have a typical example. 18 years are not able to vote. It doesn't bother them. 19 years are not able to vote. It doesn't bother them. 20 years are not able to vote. It doesn't bother them. Why? Because it is not their business. What bothers them is how they can carry power and give it all to the president of the republic, President Biya. It is a red flag. This is the easy way for Frank Biya to become president without passing through the CPDM party. Why? Because once he's appointed prime minister, if at all, the president can appoint whoever as vice president. And whoever told you that the vice presidentship will go to an anglophone? And if you look at even the constitutional provision, you say the prime minister or the vice president or the prime minister or president acting as such, so he can decide. And you are there. Oh, Ronaldo passed Messi. Oh, Iran passed this. Oh, this is the time for Cameroonians to come together and start speaking about this thing on their social media pages, telling their constituents, calling their members of parliament, even if you do not vote for them, even if you claim they were appointed, call their phones and tell them that we don't want you to sign this bill. We don't want you to vote for this bill. If you must vote for this bill, the amendment must meet the aspiration of the people. As of now, it doesn't meet the aspiration of the people. It meets for the privileged few. How does it meet the aspiration of the people? How? Article 66 has been there since the 1996 Constitution. They keep telling us that the president has just signed the laid-down principle under which assets are supposed to be declared. So the president now woke up from his slumber to know that, okay, there's need of vice president, there's no need for Article 66. And you are still talking about the same Article 66. Who spoiled this country? Who spoiled us? See, I'm sure that even when God wants to laugh, God tell Angel Gabriel, put Cameroon, put Cameroon, I want to watch Cameroon. If God wants to be amazed, sometimes even the devil himself look at Cameroon and call God that God, calm. God, calm and see what is happening. God, very soon now they'll say the work of the devil. God, see, was this necessary? It is unacceptable, and we have people who call honorable members of parliament whose acts are not deemed to be that honorable. How honorable is your act that in clear conscience, in good conscience, in the spirit of the law, in the spirit of in clear conscience, you will vote for this kind of a bill, which is lacking in substance. In all fairness, if you call yourself member of parliament, honorable, your act are supposed to be honorable. History is upon you. History beckon. History is upon you. Our eyes are watching. Some of you finish and you go on retirement, you come back, and we all will still have that same traffic. We all will still live in the same system you created. Some of you, it's only when you leave the government you can't start complaining. All of you, the members of police, as you are there, you are passing. When you go on retirement, you will not have that privilege. All of us will be on the same traffic. All of us. We keep saying that, there's need for constitutional change. How? This is a constitutional miscarriage of justice, fairness, and accountability. I see Anglophone say, the Anglophone president. Who told you that the vice president will be an Anglophone? Who told you? Who told you? Who told you that the VP will be an Anglophone? Who told you that? And that's why when your members of parliament will come and tell you, no, don't talk, the VP may become an Anglophone. Thunder, fire you say the VP may. Who told you that may become an Anglophone? We are there. The country is bad, and nobody wants to take responsibility. The civil society on their own. We watch how in Kenya, such a similar bill, which was about to be passed, the bishops of Kenya rose up and said, this is not in conformity to the reality. The same thing in DRC. The same thing civil society in Nigeria will march. In Cameroon, when you come here, you have one. If they are on the only good at sharing rice and bags of rice and savon and omo. See, I keep telling you, the truth is God. You understand? You can only kill this teller. You cannot kill the truth. You cannot. This is for posterity. Posterity should remember that I, Tah Jarvis, was not in favor of this bill, and I have spoken against it, and I am calling on others to speak against it respectfully and call the members of their parliament, and if they don't, history will judge us all. I'm happy because this video is going to be for Facebook as the social media as long as it is. Some of you are there ego massaging. Oh no, the system. Who told you? When Aijo was about to resign, it was an Anglophone that was supposed to be the constitutional successor. It was supposed to be the Speaker of the House of Assembly, Solomon Munya, who at the same time was also the Vice President of Cameroon. But the constitution was quickly revised, and Biya was appointed Prime Minister, and Prime Minister was the constitutional successor. Some of you are not even up to date of history. It's repeating itself, and you are there clapping. Any responsible parliamentarians will walk out of that parliament, go back to their base, grant a press conference, tell the people what is happening. As you come during recess, leave the parliament, give them, let them vote. Let it be that you were not part of that mirage. Leave them. I see some people are celebrating, oh, you know, it's good. I heard some members of parliament, no, it's nice, we are supposed to. Under what condition? Or is that how it is? Is the kind of nation you want to build? When you travel to other countries, is this how it is? This is a period of Holy Week. Que le Seigneur prend pitié de nous. À tout ce qu'on fait dans ce pays. Et à un moment donné, on pensait qu'on fait les choses parce qu'il y a les autres qui nous attendent, qui nous avaient dit, allez voter. Si tu votes, on vous donne tel milliard. Et vous allez pas voter. Vous vendez la destinée de vos citoyens. Vous reconnaissez que vous avez déjà fait quelque chose de grave. Dieu vous voit. Dieu vous voit.